The Portuguese national football team released, this week, the official list of call-ups for the international friendlies against Mexico and the United States, two fundamental matches in the preparation process for the 2026 World Cup. And the big news, which echoed in the four corners of the football world, was the absence of captain Cristiano Ronaldo. The Al Nassr star, who turns 41 in February, is in the final phase of recovery from a muscle injury in his right thigh and was preserved by coach Roberto Martinez, who opted not to risk his main idol in experimental matches. The decision, although understandable from a medical and strategic point of view, generates intense debates about the future of the team and CR7's role in the cycle that begins toward the World Cup. Roberto Martinez, in a press conference, was emphatic in justifying the absence. Cristiano is a fundamental player for Portugal, but we need to think long-term. The priority is for him to arrive 100% for the World Cup. These friendlies are important to test new combinations, give rhythm to players who are in an adaptation phase, and evaluate tactical options without the pressure of official competitions. The decision to spare him was made together with the Al Nassr medical staff and with the athlete himself, who understands and supports the plan. The Belgian coach's statement reinforces the idea that the Seleção das Quinas is in a transitional moment, where the experience of veterans like Ronaldo needs to be balanced with the energy and hunger of young talents emerging in European football. Without CR7, the call-up list takes on new contours. Bruno Fernandes, interim captain and Manchester United star, assumes the technical leadership of the group. Alongside him, names like Bernardo Silva, Manchester City, Rafael Leao, AC Milan, João Felix, Chelsea, and Goncalo Ramos, PSG, form the offensive core that will have the mission of filling the void left by the historic goalscorer. In defense, Ruben Dias, Manchester City, and Pepe, the latter at 43 years old and possibly in his last cycle with the national team, command the backline. In midfield, the experience of William Carvalho and the youth of Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz compose a versatile range that Martinez intends to explore in the two friendlies. The matches against Mexico and the United States, scheduled for stadiums in the United States, have strategic importance beyond the result. First, they serve to adapt the team to the climatic conditions and time zones that will be faced in the 2026 World Cup, which will have a joint host between the USA, Mexico, and Canada. Second, they allow the coach to test tactical formations without the automatic dependence on Cristiano Ronaldo as a reference in the box. Martinez has been studying more flexible formations with mobility in attack and high pressure in ball recovery, concepts that require physical intensity and can be better executed by younger players. Ronaldo's absence also opens space for other forwards to show their value. Goncalo Ramos, who has already been starting in some opportunities, has the chance to consolidate his position as the main center forward. Rafael Leao, with his speed and ability to unbalance defenses, can play more centrally, while João Felix offers creativity and mobility between the lines. The question that remains is, can Portugal be efficient without the goal-scoring presence of CR7? The answer will begin to be drawn in these two friendlies. From an emotional point of view, the Portuguese fans feel the absence of their greatest idol. Cristiano Ronaldo is the player with the most appearances and goals for the Seleção das Quinas, a symbol of generations who grew up watching his evolution since Sporting, passing through Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, and now Al Nassr. His absence on the field generates a void that goes beyond numbers. It is the lack of leadership, of experience in decisive moments, and of that unique ability to decide games with a stroke of genius. However, it also represents an opportunity for renewal, to show that Portugal is more than a single player, no matter how extraordinary he may be. Roberto Martinez, known for his detailed work and ability to manage groups, now faces one of the biggest challenges of his management: preparing a competitive team for the World Cup without depending excessively on his biggest star. This requires not only tactical adjustments but also psychological work so that players assume greater responsibilities. The coach's message has been clear: each one needs to step up. When Cristiano is not there, others have the opportunity to shine. This is how you build a strong group. The friendlies against Mexico and the United States also serve as a showcase for young talents who dream of a spot in the final World Cup squad. Players like Antonio Silva, Benfica, Giovanni Quenda, Sporting, and Thiago Gouveia, Benfica, are eyeing an opportunity to impress Martinez. Renewal is inevitable and necessary, and these games are the ideal stage for new names to emerge and gain confidence at the international level. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo continues his recovery at Al Nassr, with daily monitoring from the Portuguese medical staff. The star has been posting images of rehabilitation training on his social media, always with messages of optimism and gratitude to fans. In one of his latest publications, he wrote, "Focused on coming back stronger. Portugal is in my heart. Soon I will be back to help my team." The expectation is that he will return to the pitches even before the end of the Saudi football season and, if all goes well, be available for the World Cup qualifiers that will follow the friendlies. In summary, Cristiano Ronaldo's absence in the friendlies against Mexico and the United States is a moment of reflection and opportunity for the Portuguese national team. It is the chance to test new ideas, give space to young talents, and prepare a more balanced group for the challenges to come. Roberto Martinez has in his hands the task of balancing tradition and renewal, experience and youth, without losing sight of the greater objective, competing for the 2026 World Cup title. While CR7 recovers, Portugal moves forward, with the certainty that when their greatest idol returns, they will be even stronger and more prepared to write, together, another glorious chapter in the history of Portuguese football. The journey continues, and the expectation only grows.